Hey, what's up guys and welcome to part 16 of What If Naruto Was an Otsutsuki. Get this one to 100 likes as usual. Remember to share it to all of your friends on your social media platform. Turn on that bell notification stay posted. And also, go and check out What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu. It's gonna be right under this. And on my second channel, go ahead and check out Naruto, the God of Shinobi, and enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the Anime King family and enjoy the What If. I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description for my second channel, so enjoy. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So, in the last part, Naruto came back to the village as he had no memory. A lot of things had happened over the 3-year gap. Sasuke has gone off to seeking more power from Orochimaru. Most of the main characters have been training hard because the power they witnessed when Naruto was facing off against the Otsutsukis, they knew that they are nowhere near that level. And if the Otsutsukis shall be coming back, they need power to face them. So everyone has been training hard over the 3-year gap. Even Sakura, who is now on the team with her, Sai and Kakashi Sensei, who still declare themselves as Team 7, even though 2 of their main part are gone. But Sai filled in and helped a lot, so basically that was the last part, and we left off with Naruto at Ichiraku Ramen stand. So let's start it back. So now they had sent Naruto with the girls to go ahead and try to regain Naruto's memory. He appeared back in the village with a sign on his forehead, and he no longer had the third eye. Back at the unknown Akatsuki base, Itachi, Kisame, Pain, and Zetsu, who just came out of the ground. "He is really back," said Zetsu. "The container of the Biju is back, but it seems that he has no memory of ever being here in this world." I was watching him and they asked him simple questions about the village and he knew none of them. It was like he had a complete wipe. "Interesting," said Pain. He then looked at Kisame and Itachi, who are currently in possession of the 4-tailed Jinchuriki. "You guys get some rest because you will be going after the 9 tails next. This is the best opportunity to take him. He had no memory, so this is the best opportunity." They had already extracted the 4 tails and they just had the body of the Jinchuriki. With that, the both of them nodded as they were going to get some rest so they could take on Naruto. Itachi was very intrigued, knowing and hearing about the power that Naruto used to face off against those guys that came down here. Otsutsukis, Itachi thought, as Black Zetsu had watched everything and informed them about the Otsutsukis. And Itachi was very intrigued to know what happened and how did Naruto make it back after the battle he heard about. Back in the village, Naruto was walking as Sakura, Hinata, and Hanabi were showing him all around the village. Suddenly, Naruto saw someone running towards him. "Naruto! Naruto!" Ino shouted, "I heard you were back, but I couldn't believe it." Ino parted her way and she jumped on Naruto and kissing him right on the spot, making Naruto blush. He stood there for a moment, not doing anything or saying anything. She then broke the kiss. Who are you?" he said to her. "So, it's true," she said as she looked down in sadness. "Oh, don't be sad. The kiss was quite wonderful," as Sakura then clenched her fists. She was getting jealous. "Well, I am your girlfriend," Ino said. "Girlfriend?" Naruto said. Oh, so as he looked around at Hinata, he then looked at Sakura and even Hanabi. So I was a player, he said in his head. He then felt a shooting pain. What is this? He said. What is wrong? Asked Sakura. Stay back, Naruto said as he felt something coming up. What's going on? As he started to walk off, Hinata then activated her Byakugan as she scanned Naruto to see him gathering a large portion of chakra to his forehead. What's happening? Asked Sakura. There is something. He's trying to break that seal on his forehead. As Naruto then flew up in the air, they were all amazed as they remembered that he could fly. He then started to scream out in pain as everyone got out of their shops and everywhere and looked up as a ball of white, it looked like pure power, was just coursing around Naruto. As it then swelled up, it then exploded and the after effect blew down towards the village. It didn't create any kind of damage to the village. It hit the people as everyone dropped on their knees. They start to see flashes through their head of Naruto placing his hand on some otsutsukis and they were being sucked out. Their body was going all crinkly and wrinkled and Naruto consumed their power. As the flashes then disappear, Naruto then fall down as Sakura ran up and jumped and catch him as she then landed back on the ground. He was passed out, but this sign was still on his forehead as she then bring him along with the rest of the girls to the medical team quickly. And also, they really need to talk to Lady Tsunade and tell her what happened. About 10 minutes later, Naruto is lying down in a hospital bed again as he is knocked out cold. Lady Tsunade, Sakura informed her as she told her about the vision that they had. So, all of you had this vision? That is curious, said Kakashi. And what exactly happened? Well, we saw Naruto placing his hands on those other otsutsukis, the one who were listening to Amara, and he absorbed them. It was like he absorbed all of their powers, and they whittled up, and their body just fell to the ground, and then the vision cut off. How did this happen? Well, said Ino, I kissed him. As everyone just passed over that like it's nothing. I kissed him and then I told him that I was his girlfriend, and it just sort of happened. Tsunade then sat in her chair as she rubbed the bridge of her nose. This is getting really troublesome. What happened to you, kid? She thought. We will need to go some more testing with Naruto to make sure he's okay. After this, we're going to have a 1 week time skip where Naruto is lying down in a bed at the Hyuga compound. Kakashi wanted to test Naruto and see the power that he holds, but Tsunade told him that it wasn't a good idea. Naruto was unexpected and they didn't know what happened to him. And that was like 3 days ago. Right now, the Sand Village was attacked and Gaara has been taken by the Akatsuki. Temari has come to the Leaf Village as they are needing the Leaf Village help as Conqueror was poisoned by Sasori. Tsunade couldn't go herself, so she's going to send her best student, Sakura, along with Sai and Kakashi. As they finish go over the information, Temari said, can we leave at once? Wait, Lady Tsunade, what about Naruto? Sakura asks, as Temari's eyes went wide. Naruto? Is Naruto back? She said. Yes, he came back, said Sakura, but he doesn't have any memory. Oh, I understand, she said. There was no more further questions she needed to ask. She was in a hurry. She didn't want her brother to die, and Gaara's safety as well. He was taken by the Akatsuki. Tsunade then put her hand on her chin as she was thinking. Tsunade was told by almost everyone at the sure power that Naruto had when he was facing off against the Otsutsukis, and she didn't know what to do. Should she send him in battle? They haven't tested his power since he came back, and she didn't want to chance it and making him go all berserk and killing everyone, as she still don't know the full extent of his memory loss. But he would be a great help on this team, and plus the Akatsuki. And she couldn't allow just Sai, Kakashi and Sakura to go alone. Even though they were a strong team, the Akatsuki name was very big in this point, and they were not to be underestimated. She then summoned one of her envoys as she told the envoy to go and get Naruto. Sakura smiled, knowing that Naruto is going to come on a mission with them. At an unknown location, Orochimaru stood on the top of a hill looking down at Sasuke, who's defeating a lot of sound ninjas. As Kabuto then came up to him, "It seems that I was right, Lord Orochimaru. Naruto Uzumaki is back." "So he's back," Orochimaru said, as he was in a thinking mode. Kabuto had bring him back to his original self because after his defeat by the third Hokage, one of his white snake managed to escape and Kabuto brought him back. Kabuto was loyal to Orochimaru at this point of the story, so he did what he had to do. "So that brat is really back. I wonder, how powerful is he now?" "Well, Lord Orochimaru, it seems that he lost all of his memory," said Kabuto. "Lost all of his memory? What do you mean, Kabuto? Did he forget about everything? Like his life back at Konoha? Everything? Even Sasuke?" "Yes, everything, Lord Orochimaru." "Well, this will be very interesting," said Orochimaru as he looked down at Sasuke. Back with Naruto, he was informed by the envoy that he had a mission. Naruto was surprised. He thought that they would have wanted him to stay in the village, because for the past 3 days now he had been stuck at the Hyuga compound. Well, he didn't really want to go out because of that old incident. He thought that his power is being kept inside of him or something and it might burst, because he didn't understand why all that pain. Why was he summoning all that chakra to his forehead? He just didn't understand. He decided to pack his things though and go on the mission as he was instructed. He said goodbye to Hanabi as he saw her in the hallway. "Where are you going, Naruto?" she asked. "Well, I've got a mission." "You got a what? They are really going to give you a mission?" said Hanabi. "Well, it seems like the old lady wants to give me a mission," Naruto said, speaking of Tsunade. Hanabi then hugged him. "Be careful out there," she said. "Don't worry, I will," he said as he ruffled her hair, and with that he head off. Naruto arrived at the Hokage's tower. "I am here," Naruto said. As Temari looked at him, "He really is back," she said. She had to see to believe it. But he looked totally different. His hair, his skin tone, he just looked like a complete different person. The only features that you can really see are his whisker mark and in the middle of his face that kinda look the same. "So what is the mission?" Naruto said. Well, Tsunade then informed him about Gaara and the Akatsuki. "Who's Gaara?" Naruto asked. Temari then said, "Gaara is my brother and the Kazekage of the Sand." "Whoa, that sounds really important." He said, "Yes it is, and he's been captured by the Akatsuki. And plus my other brother Kankuro has been injured and we need medical help quickly." "So when are we leaving?" Naruto said. "Right now," Tsunade said, as all of them headed to the gate of the Leaf Village, the East Gate. As Kakashi and his team was ready to deploy, Tsunade then told them to be careful as all of them headed to the trees with Sai, Sakura, Kakashi, Temari, and Naruto. So they swift through the trees. It's going to take a long time for them to arrive at the Sand Village. Naruto was just jumping from tree to tree as he then stopped. Everyone stopped as Temari then said, "Why did you stop?" "Well, I got a better way for us to reach the Sand Village quickly," Naruto said. "What is that?" Kakashi asked. "Well, I can fly," Naruto said. "Yes, but how would that help we?" Sakura asked. "Well, I was thinking about something. I was reading up on these books that Hinata gave me, and it said about elements, and I realized that I can use wind, earth, fire, and water. Yes, Naruto, you can use them all, said Kakashi. We know all about this. Oh, you already knew. Oh, I forgot. I lost my memory. You guys didn't. Naruto said as he scratched the back of his head. You're getting off track, said Temari. What are you talking about? How would we get there quicker? Well, you come right here, Naruto said, as he placed Temari in front of him. He then placed Sakura beside him, and he placed Kakashi on the next side. He then placed Sai behind him. Naruto then stood in the middle, as they were all surrounding him. He then started to activate his wind, as the wind picked up around them all, and they all were now in the air. As Sai looked at Naruto from behind, this kid, he is really interesting and amazing. Now I see why Lord Danzo told me to keep an eye on him. Sai had told Danzo everything and about how Naruto returned to the village, and Danzo told Sai to keep an eye on him and tell him if Naruto does anything strange or out of the ordinary, because Danzo was unaware of Naruto and he doesn't like to know that someone is in the village that he doesn't know nothing about, completely nothing, like what happened in the 3 years. Why don't he remember anything? Naruto then turned in a slight angle as he looked at Temari. He then placed his hand around her waist, making her blush a little bit, as he then said, you are going to give us the directions, okay? As he said, tell me when to turn on all those things. Okay guys, hold on. As Naruto then pushed off with incredible speed. They flashed through the air at top speed, as they couldn't believe it. He was moving so fast, everything else around them seemed blurry, as Temari said, slow down, as she opened back her eyes, because bugs and all those things was flying on her face. When she realized that she was at the entrance of the Sand Village. How is this humanly possible? She said. You can't have been going that fast. Well, it looks like I have, Naruto said, as all of them landed. As all of them separated, Naruto was still holding on to Temari's waist. As she stood there for a while, she was blushing heavily. As he let go, how was that possible? Sakura asked Naruto. How could you reach the sand? It was like a couple of seconds. As Kakashi was amazed, as he showed the expression in his one eye, while Sai was just, he couldn't believe it. The Sand Village is a little far from the Leaf Village. And how was Naruto able to get them here in seconds? What kind of speed does this boy possess? Sai thought, as Kakashi was surprised as well, wanted to know how fast is Naruto. So they quickly went inside. As they went inside to the main corridor, as they headed to the medical team, where they opened the door. White Fang, said Lady Chiyo, as she jumped towards Kakashi, but Naruto then vanished, as he grabbed her by the back of the shirt before she could even attack or swing a fist. Naruto was surprised himself. He was really and truly supernaturally fast. He hadn't to think about it, but yeah, his speed was on a totally different level. It was just an instinct to stop her from hurting Kakashi-sensei, as he didn't know why, but he just played it off as he let go of her. As Kakashi then informed her that he's not the White Fang that was his father, she then took a closer look and realized that it's true. Sakura then head on, as this was same as the original, where Sakura started to heal Kankuro, and it was much faster in this one. Sakura has become more advanced in her medical skill training. She is closely closing in on Tsunade's perfection, because over the 3-year gap, she has been training non-stop and wanted to become strong. The both of her teammates left her. She was lonely. If it wasn't for Ino and the rest of them in the village, she would have been depressed all the time. Luckily, she had friends. So, with that, the trail was on for Gaara, as Kakashi used his summoning dogs, and some of the sand ninjas had found a trail between the Akatsuki. Kankuro had woken up and told them the information and everything that had happened. Conqueror took hours to wake up, so it was already nightfall, so they will head out early in the morning tomorrow. As Lady Trio told them that she will be coming with them on this mission. They didn't deny it, they agreed. The more help the better. But Kakashi knew, he wanted, and he knew in his heart that Naruto had something he's hiding. Well, he probably lost all this memory for true, but there is something that Naruto is hiding. That speed he showed today was on another level, and he couldn't believe how fast Naruto was. So they got put up in the inn for nights, and they slept. The next morning, the trail for Gaara was on, as they headed out early in the morning to go and find Gaara. As Naruto promised to Temari that he will bring back Gaara, even though he don't know who is Gaara, he don't want her to be without her brother, so he will do all that he can. And with that they headed off to the trees. Naruto then asked them, why are we doing this again? Why can't we just go there the way we did? With my speed, Naruto said. Well, Kakashi said, my summoning dog do not smell as fast as your speed, Naruto, so we have to follow behind him. So they had to take the longer way. So it took about 45 to 50 minutes and they finally came up on the cave where all of them landed as they saw the seal. But then another team landed as well. It was Guy team. Kakashi had sent a report by a traveling owl to Tsunade back at the village and told her everything that went on so far. She decided to send Guy team for reinforcements in case they met up with the Akatsuki. So Kakashi, said Guy with a smile, we're here. As they turned around to see Neji, Lee and Tenten, Lee then rushed up to Naruto. Naruto, you're back, he said. I heard it, but I couldn't believe that it was true. As cartoon tears started to run out of his eyes. Oh, you don't have to cry, Naruto said. Yeah, I'm back. But your memory is gone, Lee said. Yeah, that's true. So I have no idea who you are. Well, your memory really is gone, Tenten said, if you forgot Lee. As Neji just looked at Naruto curiously, not even talking. So, what's the deal with this? Guy asked as he saw the giant stone with a tag on it. Well, that's a reinforced seal to keep us out, Kakashi said, but there is always a way to get rid of them. I know, said Naruto as he vanished. No, wait, Naruto, Kakashi said as Naruto clenched his fist. He then felt something as he pulled back. He heard a voice in his mind, Naruto, as he smashed the boulder in front of him. But nothing happened. Kakashi then sighed as he knew that would have happened, thinking that because of the seal it wouldn't just break, you have to remove the seal. But then, the boulder started to shake as Naruto placed his hand on it as he opened his palm. It started to shake and rumble. After a few seconds, it started to crack up as the seal was torn off by itself, as the boulder broke into pieces and fell down. Naruto then looked at his palm. What was that? Naruto said, as the cave then opened to see the body of Gaara lying on the ground, but this time, instead of 2 Akatsuki members, there was 4. But guys, I'm be end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification as they posted. But I'm out for now, guys. Peace.